You've heard the spin, now hear the truth. Welcome to Lost on Web.
Remember when you first played Minecraft? Maybe you were 5 years old and watching some guy on YouTube. Or maybe you were 7 and begged your parents for an account. Today, Minecraft isn't doing well. The game that once stood above the rest has been surpassed by games like Roblox and other titles. Nobody plays the game anymore, not since 2014 at least. Take a look at this picture. Do you see anything wrong? Aside from the watermark, of course. There's nothing there. As soon as you log in, you're greeted with a map. They want to be told what to do. They want quest markers and tutorial videos. They want everything handed to them. Basically, people have turned Minecraft into a chore chart. They can't accept the fact that kids these days don't enjoy the same things as them. Minecraft still has a chance, but it's up to the people running the game to make that change. Needs to stop focusing on money and start focusing on the game. They need to focus on the game's core values, not what the community wants after all. We can make what we want. They need to focus on what made Minecraft Minecraft. The discovery. They need to bring back that feeling of exploration. They need to bring back the early game. We need to feel lost again. Only then will the game live on. Meanwhile, the younger people are confused. They don't understand why the game isn't giving them things. They're used to getting things handed to them. So they just quit and move on to the next popular game. Before you know it, Minecraft is dead. I know this sounds harsh, but it's true. Back in the day, you and your friends would figure things out together. If you wanted a better pickaxe, you had to figure out how to smelt iron. If you wanted a better sword, you had to explore a dungeon. If you wanted diamonds, you had to mine down and hope for the best. Now everything is just given to you. You get access to the best armor as soon as you log in. You don't need iron to make a better sword, because you can just find one laying around. And diamonds aren't rare because they're in every starter village. Everything is either handed to you or given to you as an option. There's no challenge. You don't need to build a house because you can just buy one. If you get hungry, you can just give yourself steak. You don't need to hunt pigs and cows anymore. You don't need to worry about lava or fall damage. The game just gives you all of that stuff. It's too easy. Next to that is your Progress tab. Here you can see what you need to do to progress. Below that is your Quests tab. I don't mean the game itself, I mean the community. Minecraft isn't like it used to be. It's not a game with endless possibilities. It's a game with 40 million builds. Let me explain. Let's say you and your friend decided to build a house in the forest. You build it up a few blocks and make some furniture. What you didn't know was that your friend was secretly recording that build so he could post it online. Later that day, he uploads that video to TikTok with the caption, "Best house I've ever seen." Within seconds, his post goes viral and millions of people want to see this amazing build for themselves. But unfortunately, he doesn't give exact coordinates. Instead, he gives approximate coordinates. So millions of people go to his world and try to find your house. About 10 minutes later, your house is destroyed. And if you want to rebuild, you can't because someone's already posted it. All you can do now is make something different, which leads to 40 million other people destroying that build, and so on and so forth. This is why Minecraft isn't what it used to be. No longer can you be creative or discover new things because someone else has already done it. Everything has been ruined. Here you can see every quest you have active and their markers. Below that is your Achievements tab, telling you how many achievements you've gotten out of the 86 available. Then there's your inventory, your creative mode menu, etc., etc. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering what these things are down here, these are the new advancements which basically replace achievements. Achievements were removed about 2 years ago. Advancements are basically the same thing, except instead of saying you did this, it shows you a little explanation. Here you can see that it tells you what key you need to press to open a crafting menu. In case you don't know what a crafting menu is or what key to press, I guess. Everything is just spelled out for you. There's no room to discover things on your own. You don't get lost in the woods anymore because the game points you in the right direction. This is what you saw when you launched the game back in the alpha days. Sure, it's not much to look at today, but at the time it was perfect. This game was unlike any other. You spawned in a world with literally no instructions. You had no idea what anything did. You didn't know how crafting worked. You didn't know how to make a chest. You didn't know what food was good. And you definitely didn't know how to survive. For the first few hours, you would be completely lost. run around hitting trees and trying to eat rocks. And this is what made the game so special. It forced you to do two things that every human needs: discover and create. Ever wonder why? Some people will say it's because of the graphics, but that's wrong. Even 14-year-olds know the graphics don't matter when you have a bunch of plastic friends who like the same stuff as you. Others will say that there's nothing to do in the game, but that's also wrong. There's always something to do. Hell, there's so much to do. You can get lost in it. But despite all of this, people have stopped playing, and it's quite obvious that this decline has been happening for a while now. Or maybe you were 8 and snuck onto your cousin's computer while they weren't looking. I remember being 7 and watching one of those guys on YouTube. He was making a huge castle, and I just stared at my screen as he flew around it in creative mode, thinking, I want to do that. I want to make something like that. Then I went into my single-player world, which I had started a week ago and abandoned. I looked at the pathetic wooden hut I had built and thought to myself, I don't want to make a wooden hut. I want to make a castle. So I got to work. I mined, chopped down trees, killed pigs and cows, made a bigger house. At the end of that day, I went to bed proud of my achievement. I had spent all day on that, collecting wood, cobblestone, iron, food, and so many more things to get to where I wanted to be. I slept with a smile on my face, knowing that tomorrow I would make it even bigger and better. These are just a few of the countless hours I have spent playing Minecraft, which brings us to today. Minecraft is the greatest game ever and will always live on. Oh, I hate to break it to you, but that's not true. No one at the top wants to admit why. In today's video, we take a look back at the Minecraft that was never meant to be found and expose what they do and want you to know. This is going to hurt. So grab a shovel and let's get started. They became greedy long before that. So what makes this possible? Why is everyone leaving? Did Mojang just become greedy after Microsoft bought them? Well, not exactly. Well, I'll tell you why. Because people don't want to play Minecraft anymore. Fast forward to now, and that's no longer the case. But why do this? Why remove discoveries and replace them with directions? And it gets worse because Minecraft isn't just easy, it's boring. Basically, Minecraft is dying and no one wants to admit why. The older people are stuck in nostalgia. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be. If you made it this far, please like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching. Lost on Web, exposing what they won't say out loud.